Welcome. I'm here together with Wolfgang Wagener from Renesas Electronics. He is Manager e-Factory Engineering, and he will introduce a new PROFINET device today to us, the TPS-1. Welcome, Wolfgang.
Welcome.
So, Wolfgang, how do you position the new device TPS-1 in relation to other PROFINET solutions?
Yeah, this is in fact a frequently asked question, because people know, of course, our well-accepted and very popular AirTech 200 and 400 devices, and they wonder if we are making competition to our own devices. However, this is not the case. To position TPS-1 relative to the AirTech devices and other solutions on the market, we have to recall two things. First of all, PROFINET is no monolithic standard. PROFINET has many different variations. The main difference between these variations is their real-time capability. We know PROFINET NRT, which has de facto no real-time capability. There's PROFINET RT with limited real-time capabilities. And there's also PROFINET IRT, that stands for isochronous real-time capabilities, with a very strict communication planning. And PROFINET IRT provides communication between PROFINET devices with a time-wise and accuracy of less than a microsecond. So PROFINET IRT is used in very fast-running machinery, like printing machines, packaging machines, robotics, and it's, so to say, the Premier League of PROFINET. Now, this is one thing, and if customers want to realize PROFINET solutions, they have different choices, of course. They can select conventional micros with an external switch. They may use FPGAs with a specialized switch architecture inside, or maybe an additional micro, also in the FPGA. They may use ASICs, they may use the AirTech, and nowadays they can also use TPS-1. Now, if you compare all these solutions under cost and functionality aspects, we can see that the TPS-1 provides full IRT functionality, however, at a price which is simply revolutionary. We can now realize PROFINET solutions at a price that formerly was used for fieldbus solutions, so there is no cost adder anymore for PROFINET.
How did you achieve this revolutionary price level?
There are two sides of the medal. First, we have to look at the hardware. Second, we have to look at the software. In terms of hardware, TPS-1 is a very highly integrated device. We need only a very small number of external components like crystal, we need a bit of power supply, of course, we need connectors to the PROFINET network, but that's basically it. So for simple PROFINET devices, which just have to service a couple of digital IOs, inputs and outputs, this is already sufficient. There is no need for an extra CPU. This is the hardware side of things. The software side of things is PROFINET itself as a chip. Okay, it's a piece of silicon, but it needs software, it needs a PROFINET stack to make it working in a PROFINET environment. And we supply TPS-1 together with a PROFINET stack coming from our partner KW Software. And this PROFINET stack gives the customer the value of man-months or maybe even man-years of programming work. Now, when we keep in mind that many companies offering PROFINET devices produce relatively small series, the time and the money that they save by using such a ready-made stack is enormous, and it will give PROFINET, and especially PROFINET IRT, a very big boost on the market.
And how can customers get in touch with TPS-1?
There are, we have a starter kit provided for the TPS-1. By accident, I have one with me, and I can show you.
Big surprise.
Show you some components on it. So here, in this corner of the board, we have the actual TPS-1, and on the network side, it is connected to the PROFINET network with two RJ45 connectors. We have also provided the required circuitry for optical interfaces. However, the optical transceivers are missing for cost reasons. They are relatively expensive, and customers who would like to use optical transmissions can easily add these transceivers. It's very easy. Then on the other side of the board, on the system side of TPS-1, we have on this board a CPU from our V850 family. We used a relatively high-end CPU, though this is not an absolute requirement, but of course we wanted to demonstrate a couple of facilities of TPS-1 in conjunction with the CPU. So we have additional interfaces, GPIOs, we have ADDA functionality, we have timers, we have PWM on the board, we have USB peripheral and USB host interfaces. So quite a lot of stuff that customers can collect experience with. To glue everything together, we have a CPLD in the middle, and this CPLD opens us the possibility to connect the TPS-1 as well to other CPUs from the Renesas portfolio. So for example, here I have a starter kit from the Renesas SH family, and this can be directly plugged onto this board, making the V850 more or less unemployed. In this case, the SH would take over the work, and we will also make sure that this interface can be used for CPUs from the RX family. This interface is open, so customers may also plug on their own boards if they prefer to use CPUs which are not coming from Renesas. There are customers which do this. So that's about the starter kit, but as I already explained in the context of TPS-1, the kit is just one thing. Again, we must have a look at the software. And customers that are buying this starter kit, they will get a precompiled version of the PROFINET stack to run it on TPS-1. They will get the configuration software that is used to configure the TPS-1 for different interfaces to the V850, respectively to the CPU, which is connected here. They will, in addition, get the tool chain that is used for the V850. They will get an automated program that we call ApplyLED, which generates easily initialization codes for processors from the V850 family. And last but not least, we strongly believe that this package gives the customer everything he needs to easily build up a PROFINET network on his desk with the TPS-1 as a powerful IRT-capable PROFINET device.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.